Welcome! Hold on, Bill, you're muted.
Are we live?
What the hell was that?
All
right. What was that?
That was an ad.
Oh, okay.
Are we live right now?
We are just now going live. You just now entered as we went live. We are pre-gaming for Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. I have Phantom of the Opera playing because I'm an asshole. Really, I just thought it'd be funny to play this.
And Bill, this is Ken. I'm on, but I'm audio only for the time being because I'm doing a few things while we do the pre-game episode.
Like, are you getting dressed or something, or?
I'll let you think that's what I'm doing. How about that?
Use my imagination.
Oh yeah.
Can we get a little bit of volume on this?
Such as that?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, because not for this, but some of the other videos will require some volume. And yeah, I'm just gonna let this go. This is a playlist that'll take 55 minutes to go through. I don't know if Chris is going to show up for sure. Hawk Ripjaw, that is. He's kind of, sort of been on the fence about doing this, so. Like I said, at some point it seemed like he was coming, but I really don't know now. We'll see.
What version of Phantom of the Opera is this?
This is the movie, I believe, but the recording is from the London cast, like the original theatrical production.
Oh, this was like the mid-2000s?
This is the Joel Schumacher movie, I think.
Yeah, that's. Is that Emmy Rossum?
I don't know. I was just telling Ken before we started, I literally know nothing about Phantom of the Opera other than the old horror movie, this song, and I kind of know a little bit about Andrew Lloyd Webber.
And then there's the one other song, the Music of the Night song, that they always played in my friggin' elementary school class during Halloween.
That's the track after this one on the CD. I only know this because I had it up on Spotify when I was looking up what song from Phantom to use for this.
Don't make excuses. We know you're a fan.
I don't know anything about it. And that's the thing. Like, I'm not. I'm a big fan of Rocky Horror and Little Shop of Horrors, Singing in the Rain. Like, I love me some musicals. This I don't get.
You ever see Meet Me in St. Louis?
No, that's like.
That's Judy Garland. That's the clang 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 with the trolley.
Okay, yeah, okay. I've heard that song.
Okay.
Hey Bill, can you send me the Phantom of the Park featured image?
I might have to make another one because the one I have has like the live stream information all over it.
You know, this is a pretty elaborate lair for the Phantom of the Opera.
This is all supposed to be underneath an opera house.
Well, I can understand some.
This looks like Danny DeVito's Penguin Lair.
I can understand it being built on top of caverns or something. Maybe this is Europe. I don't know. You know, or the Ozarks.
Yes, the entire Phantom of the Opera takes place in bumfuck Arkansas.
Yeah, I'd watch that Phantom of the Opera.
All right, coming up now. Do you know who Greg Proops is, Bill?
No.
Greg Proops. He was on Whose Line Is It Anyway for.
Yeah, he was on. He was in fucking what do you call it? Phantom Menace. He played the announcer.
Did he?
Yeah.
Mr. Harvey.
Yeah, he played the pod race announcer.
Yep.
Started singing. I don't know where it came from. You know.
This is him. Apparently, he's a Kiss fan, and this is him breaking down a Kiss song. It's pretty funny.
To eliminate the echo, turn off the sound on your side. It's blasting through a channel that we have.
Okay, I just turned it off.
You know, I make stuff up. It's called comedy, but I got a million fucking tweets and a million emails. This is from Cock. Who's it from?
Cock.
Doctor tweets me, "Hey Prootmeister, Kiss's Beth line is, and we just can't find the sound, and the Kiss drinking song is cold gin, not slow gin." Well, someone else also tweeted me. Oh, deal? No. Someone else. Well, they also wrote and said It's cold gin, damn it, not slow gin. And since everybody's so fucking huffy boots about this, I have the lyrics to Cold Gin in my hand here. And it's if you've ever listened, it's on the first album, I believe, which is simply called Kiss. It's eponymous.
Check out Kiss and Tell episode 1, where we cover this song and many others.
Over. There's black and what's the one where they've got the kabuki black and white? Rock and Roll Overs where they've got suits on one side. And then there's
He's all over the place. These are not the right albums he's describing.
His podcast is completely improvised on the spot, which probably explains it.
they go.
He basically just drinks vodka and rants for an hour and a half every week.
On the last shit, they only scream.
Well, it's more controlled than Kevin Smith's Smodcast.
That is true, mostly because it's really just him. I actually love the Smartest Man in the World Pubcast.
Right. Is the first lyric. It goes like this. My heater's broken, I'm so tired. I need some fuel to build a fire. I think better than they do. My wife and I had a brief discussion from the car to here over whether Kiss was the shittiest band of all time.
No, that's Limp Bizkit.
We agreed they're not, in fact, the shittiest band of all time. Why aren't they the shittiest band of all time? Well, one, they didn't have that many hits. Like, you didn't have to hear a lot of Kiss songs on the radio, you know what I mean? Maybe Rock and Roll All Night probably was in, like, the 50s at one point in the 70s. Like, that's how high it got. They didn't have any number one. Beth
was a number one.
Or Detroit Rock City or whatever. But but groups like Journey and Foreigner, you had to hear all the fucking time. It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time. Well, maybe it's the woman in you that brings out the man in me. Gross. 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 The first time was scary and confusing, and it hurt, and there were people in the other room, and you weren't even high enough. The first time was terrible. Nothing should feel like the first time. And don't bring out the man in yourself. Keep that tamped down.
Is it still about Kiss?
That song's unsanitary.
Not currently. I think he brings it back.
He goes off on rants. That's
the style.
When I really am.
Yeah.
I'm hot-blooded. Check it and see.
Hey, he's still talking about Foreigner.
Of 100.
When the Aqua Teen Hunger Force episode with the Foreigner belt came out.
Oh yeah.
I downloaded every song they referenced in that, so like I know some of Foreigner's greatest hits front to back for some reason.
Double Vision?
I know Double Vision. If it was referenced in that Aqua Teen episode, I know it.
Mine. I rhyme with mine.
I actually only know the song Double Vision from the AVGN episode.
Ah, okay.
In which they do the ColecoVision and the Intellivision.
Yeah, I know it beforehand.
I remember when Carl's head turned into a board game. He was like, "Hey, who set this on Head Games?"
Yeah.
I can probably name every song they reference in that episode. There's Cold as Ice. Which, if you don't know that one, it's like, "You're as cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice our love." Yeah, I like that song. Actually, of all the Foreigner songs, that's the one song I think it has a sweet enough piano lick to where I can forgive the hamminess.
If you want an equal challenge music reference-wise, try to count all the David Bowie references in the Venture Brothers.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck yeah, it's that shitty. They do have one great song. Will you show us everything you've got? Right? That one's really good. You drive us wild, we'll drive you crazy.
I don't like that song all that much, and actually, I think it's in the movie no less than 2 times. As a heads up for you guys.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Bob Sarlott pointed out in the early 80s, if you wanted to rock and roll all night and party every day, you're not going to get any rest. Kiss must be exhausted. What did you do last night? I rock and rolled. What do you got on for today? Party. You'll never get haters, Doug. Or whatever chores Kiss has.
Okay.
This is an episode of our podcast, I Love Commercials. I'm your host, Bill Leon. I love commercials. Got my guests, Bill Arsenault and Ken Ekman. And this is a classic commercial. No, I'm just fucking with you guys. I don't have a podcast about commercials, but...
You might as well.
Yeah, commercials pop up a lot on Kiss and Tell. I think almost every episode so far we've had at least one commercial in there. This is a commercial for their second album.
Well, you know, Kiss is such a filmable band. You know, the camera just loves them.
Or rather, they love the camera.
I think it's a little bit of both. At this time, specifically.
I think it's a love-hate thing because a lot of times Gene clearly doesn't want to be on camera.
Not until he got a hit reality television show.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember the Jerry Lewis telethons?
Yeah.
This is Kiss on the Jerry Lewis telethon in I think '79.
So we're calling on you. When this disease strikes, it's good to know how.
What disease are they talking about?
Muscular dystrophy.
We're here to talk about muscular dystrophy.
Oh,
Call and make a pledge right now.
It's hard to take that shit seriously. I'm sorry.
Actually, just driving home from work today, I was listening to the Dana Gould Hour podcast, just wrapping it up. They actually talk about Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. It was very fortuitous. And
what do they say? Holy shit, that's weird timing.
Yeah, it's towards the end of the podcast, probably the last half hour of it. And amongst other things, they talk about how this is the first time that audiences really heard Paul Stanley's talking voice. And they described his talking voice as just, I won't attempt the impression, but Dana Gould definitely does a hilarious one.
Okay.
Fucking Morton Downey.
I love Mort Downey, and this is Mort Downey, Joey Ramone, and Ace Frehley. So
that's a nice.
That's a fucking trifecta right there.
Well, they also talk about Ace Frehley's stunt doubles in the movie.
Yes, stunt doubles.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we watch the movie. In fact, I won't even bring. Well, let's not even bring that up.
I'm going into this movie dark, completely dark. I don't know jack shit about this. I didn't even know they were in a movie.
Yeah, I know. That's
Was this released theatrically? I mean,
in Europe it was. It was made for television and aired on television here in America, but it was recut and released theatrically in Europe, and that is actually the cut we're going to be watching, is the theatrical cut.
Oh, okay. So this is like this is what Family Guy made fun of on their Christmas episode.
Yes.
When the Kiss meets Santa or whatever.
Yes, that is exactly what they're making fun of.
Okay. Well,
and unfortunately, this thing tanked, and Kiss didn't make any other movies after. Because I mean, if there were more, I'd watch the shit out of them.
Well, I mean, they can't all be like, I don't know, the Insane Clown Posse and just start making every movie that rhymes with hustler.
Yeah, no, that's dumb.
Big money rustlers, big money hustlers.
But the whole, Kiss meets thing, the whole Abbott and Costello nature of that, Kiss meets blank, that, there's limitless potential with that.
Well, considering Hanna-Barbera did it, I fully would have wanted to see Kiss meets the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh my god.
Could you imagine Peter Criss doing a double flip slam dunk?
I can imagine. If they played the Harlem Globetrotters, they might actually give them a run for their money versus, say, the Washington Generals,
Yeah.
who've been trying in vain for years. I think they only beat them a couple times in like the 70s.
That could be the plot, actually. The Washington Generals have a new play they want to do on the heart, or maybe they kidnap one of the Globetrotters or something. Yeah.
Or the Washington Generals are bringing in a ringer, and it's Kiss.
Yeah, okay, all right, and then Kiss learns to like the Globetrotters.
Or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this on one of the episodes of Kiss and Tell. I don't remember which it was, but like in the 70s, Kiss had this dark image, and they were kind of taboo up until the later 70s when they started dressing goofier and releasing disco music. But like in that era of their prime, when they were like taboo and kind of dangerous, it would have been so awesome to have like a fucking
You told our guitar player backstage.
like the fucking variety show Dewey Cox has in the last half of Walk Hard, like that, but with Kiss.
Okay.
I never heard of this guy before I came out.
I'm actually kind of focused on this video right now.
More Downey, man, I love this show. It's not always entertaining, but it can be.
Without knowing what the hell is behind. I just heard him now.
Is that... Here's the thing, Morton Downey is just reminding me of...
Steve Wilco.
Why don't you marry G. Gordon Liddy, pal?
I'm trying to think of the guy's name. You should wait, Bill A. You are our resident wrestling guy. What is the name of the guy who owns wrestling?
Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
Yeah, look at him. Doesn't he look kind of like Vince McMahon?
Not really.
There's a definite wrestling aspect to what he does here.
There is a wrestling aspect to what he does, but he doesn't really look like Vince. I mean, Vince is more muscular.
I'm talking about more like the facial features, especially
teeth
when he gets angry. Look at the way his like neck contorts when he gets angry.
Okay, maybe the way the neck contorts, but that's about it.
Do you think he ashes his cigarette on the floor?
In the world.
Well, why'd you ask that?
Well, because look, he's constantly walking around. He never sits still. There's no ashtrays on the set.
I guess he does. I mean, he must, right?
That's some asshole shit. Look at this.
This would be a good time to just
Ashtray.
remind people.
It's not that fucking hard.
This would be a good time to remind people that if they have no clue what we're talking about or doing right now, they can watch these videos along with us at www.youtube.com/movieboozercom.
And the playlist for this specifically is in the description of this video.
Cool.
There you go.
When was the last time you washed your mouth?
And actually, there's a chat now. Let me see if anybody's watching us. We have one viewer, but it might not be a viewer.
Every day.
In LA, no, but that's what you want to make. But what I'm saying is,
Don't take cheap shots at me. We're
this is
talking about
Kmart.
music.
This is Kmart. You're a dime a dozen, man.
This is Kmart, man.
There's nothing unusual about you. I don't care if you have tattoos or don't. If you want to have that for the rest of your life, good for you. I used to have stupid hair too.
So what is the theme of this? I think we missed it.
Dermatologist, not a critic.
I don't know.
It's like the quality of rock and roll music over the years, I think.
Oh, and how it's... okay.
Yeah. And the guy that's sitting next to Ace is a music critic, but he also used to play trumpet for the third tier incarnation of the Coasters, or not the Coasters, but like some type of fucking like
We wanted to put on
institution of a group that nobody gives a shit about. The Kingsmen. I think it was the Kingsmen.
put out a visual show.
The Kingsman. Hmm.
Yeah. I could be wrong, but isn't that the Louie guys?
All brought about
You mean
think
Wooly
so.
Bully?
generation of music by a new.
Is it
What?
Louie? Is it
Yeah.
Louie or is it Wooly Bully?
You are right, Louie.
There's two separate songs. There's Woolly
Yeah,
Bully
Wooly
and there's Louie. They're
Yeah, I
two
always get
separate songs.
them confused.
Louie goes Louie.
Oh, yeah.
We
We
go.
go.
And Wooly
And then-
Bully's Wooly Bully.
Wooly Bully. I don't know about you guys, but the first time I ever heard Woolly Bully was in the Chipmunk Adventure. If you've ever seen that.
What is the credo?
No, I've heard it several times on oldies stations when I was a kid.
Yeah, old
Ah.
radio definitely for me. My folks are really big into, or my dad at least. I mean, well, my dad was born in '47, so music of the '50s in particular, big for him.
Whether it be
Mhm.
Ramones or Elvis Presley or Jim Morrison or, you know what I mean?
All right, I think I can turn my camera on. Let's see if it's working.
It is on.
my camera on. I turned my
Oh, you can see it?
Bill Kelly came home when she was a kid.
Yeah, you've been on like. Yeah, you've been on. You're on twice now, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, your one has been on.
Blue,
Oh,
yellow hair. It was really.
I thought I had this turned off.
Yeah, the Bethany camera's been on it.
No, you've been on for several minutes.
Yeah, but on the wrong camera, and I had no idea.
Yeah, I know. That's what I meant.
Oh, let's talk about politics. All right? Before I do that, I want
Yes, let's talk about politics
Morton
with
Downey
Ace
talking about
Frehley.
politics.
you guys.
Ace Frehley in the late 80s.
Would you like to hassle any of our other guests because of what they do?
Oh, these guys are Christian rock, I think.
Is that
That would explain the terrible mullet, maybe?
Not really.
Again, it's the late 80s.
Maybe they're Canadian.
has to be
Ah. Were they...
when you see we had our first
Baron Cross.
I think that's the t-shirt moment.
That definitely sounds like a Christian rock band.
That's fucking funny. Look at their shirt.
Lisa,
They gave Mort a shirt.
That's a large.
yeah,
That's a large.
That is kind of small.
t-shirt companies know what they're doing. we saw
That's nice.
we saw too many thousands of people
This
who
does not,
get
I hope.
influenced.
Does not, I hope, have Jimmy Baker and Cameo.
They're a Christian metal band.
Hmm.
Did you look them up on Wikipedia?
Yes, I did.
They have a Wikipedia? Wow. I'm impressed.
Yep.
Okay.
They apparently were around from 1984 to 1994.
Are they,
and then
are they one of those... Are they one of those
Patterns.
acts... Like, they only have respect because of longevity? Are they one of those acts?
Well, here's the funny part, actually. The second paragraph of their Wikipedia entry mentions that the band appeared on the Morton Downey show. So I guess that's just proof that they didn't make as much of an impact.
Have you guys watched the documentary about this show, Vacator?
No, but I think I have it on somewhere. In like, is it on Netflix?
It is on
I might.
Netflix.
Yeah, I think I have it in my queue.
Ah, okay. I watched it. I enjoyed it. But I didn't know much about this topic going in, so...
Well, we're trying
I'm going to actually switch. Hold on a second. What's my sound now?
whether we
You
go.
sound worse than you did before.
I sound worse?
Now you sound better. But
Now I
when-
sound better?
Yeah, now you sound fine.
Oh, okay. I probably just took a moment to do the switch over.
Yeah.
I just realized I had the wrong microphone plugged in, too.
Commercials! I love commercials. Now, you know what disappoints me about this is that, like, it'll cut to these old commercials, and I wanted to cut them back in, but I couldn't find them.
Huh.
Oh, this one doesn't have it, but some of the other Morton Downey clips, like, they start off cutting to an old commercial, and then it just, like, cuts off.
Is this the Kiss radio again?
Yeah. Like I said, I needed commercials.
Yeah, because I was going to say, we've seen this commercial like 10 times now.
Let it go. This video has the Kiss makeup kit in it, though. I love that commercial.
Kiss is yours to capture with the Kiss Radio.
I love how the word radio echoes at the end.
It's fun. Show your friends and be the first. Now, the Kiss Radio.
Radio.
So call or send your money now.
Now, okay, that's the only one you've seen, right, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay.
I liked how he said call or send your money. So you can call your money?
No, you just send your money and assume that they'll send you a radio back.
Yeah, really.
Look at the hair on those. Don't they look fake?
This is Kiss.
They used, we brought this up not too long ago, and I think one of the Movie Boozer podcasts is the show Action League Now.
Yeah.
Kiss made an appearance on Action League Now, and they used the figure, like these figures specifically, on there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Kiss The incredible, outrageous rock group wants you to kiss your face. Introducing Kiss Your Face Makeup. Just like the makeup worn by Gene, Paul, Peter, or Ace. Kiss Your Face Makeup has all
This fucking kid's face is...
brushes and cream remover. With makeup, you can look like Gene, look like Paul, look like Peter, or look like Ace. So kiss.
These kids have no lives.
Oh, no, I guarantee you these kids are friggin' stockbrokers now.
Right, they did coke, they did a lot of coke in the 80s, yeah.
Right,
Now
yeah,
they're
they've been divorced 3 times. One of them committed suicide about a year ago, I would guess.
No, that's not cool, Ken. Come on.
These kids grew up to be Patrick Bateman's cronies in American Psycho.
Yes. They ended up being his Wall Street buddies.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, one of them is Paul Allen, and, you know...
In every bag, there's an official...
You know, we know what happened to Paul.
A giant size card. For your t-shirt, a Kiss Iron-On transfer. A trendy Kiss choker. And just look at this.
A trendy Kiss choker.
And now...
Oh man, this was around the time punk was starting to get big, so I guess trendy's the right word, but you're marketing this towards children?
This is something I mentioned in another episode, but they're selling Kiss hair, and it's clearly just some clown hair. That they're saying, yeah, dude, this is Kiss hair, despite the fact that Kiss's hair is black.
It's like you took a shit in a bag and said, this is cake.
Yeah.
You're shitting in my mouth and calling it a Sunday. That was one of the funny lines from Run, Ronnie, Run.
Did they ever have Kiss Krispies or some sort of Kiss cereal?
They just showed Kiss Krispies.
Yeah, I mean, it's... I guess I wasn't sure that was, like...
Real?
This seems like something that would...
Okay.
You know what? They had a Mr. T cereal too, didn't they?
They did, but here's a better fun idea. Is let's come up with band cereals. How about Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit.
I guess it would have to be chocolate
like a dog
starfish. It would have to be little chocolate starfish with hot dog flavored water as your milk, and that's disgusting.
I think just Limp Bizkits sounds perfect, personally. And it would just be a bunch of dick-shaped...
Fred Durst bites.
Oh, God.
I
like that.
It's a double entendre.
Exactly. That's
Okay.
Crew O's.
Let me ask you a question. Have you been...
How about Nirvana? What would you do for Nirvana?
Marshmallows? I don't know.
No. I can come up with something good for this.
Smells like kids' cereal?
You look like...
Lithiums?
Lithiums, yeah.
I'd like to try for an average try. I mean, not necessarily a record, but...
In uteros.
Oh, you just won.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, all right, let's keep throwing out random bands then. REM.
Usually people can't...
Oh God, that's difficult. But actually, no, maybe not, because they've got like songs that have to do with food.
Everybody Hurts. Donut O's. I don't know.
That we know, we like
Shining Happy Cornflakes.
Where's Jesse?
No, Man on the Moon. Marshmallows.
That's that's a tough one. Let's see.
Oh, I know an easy one. Corn.
All right. Oh.
Just cornflakes.
Yeah, with the K.
Cornflakes with a K.
Yeah, you get it? Yeah.
Part of this
and
balanced
the R
breakfast.
has to be backwards because we're cool.
Yeah, and every bite is as depressing as the previous.
You've never hopscotched off a cliff?
To draw their line of...
You ever dance with the devil on the pale moonlight?
Well, that's not a corn line. But,
I know, but I...
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't, but okay.
Yes, it was. Shut up.
Okay.
Oh, there's Scotty Ian from Anthrax.
They're dirtier than it ever
Not
was.
him, but
That's Jesse Nash. What are you talking about?
I don't know who Jesse Nash is, but Scotty Ian's randomly there now.
Go to Ace. Did you have to make any compromise?
There he is.
To get you ahead, or who did you have to kiss, huh, Ace?
Who's you have to kiss, huh, Ace?
Who would you rather help?
I'm not homosexual, and the most.
I didn't say homosexual. Aren't there some women who run record companies? Mega Force Records run by a woman. There's some women who run record companies, huh?
That I dealt with when
You didn't have to do anything wrong, huh?
I signed my last contract. I signed with Johnny Z from Mega Force Records, and you know. All right.
This is when Ace Frehley was promoting his second solo album around this time, and whatever he's saying right now, I don't know specifically, but it should probably be pointed out that he didn't put out another record for like another 14 years.
Yeah, I just signed with Johnny Z of Bullshit Records. Yeah.
Well, just because you signed doesn't mean you produced anything.
Well, they put out a record. They put out the Frehley's Comet record, which some people like.
Why is this guy even talking? He knows nothing about the business. I watched the other show. He's a waste, man. He's a nobody. Are we gonna reduce? We got this bum out at the circus practice.
He's a bum. He's a nobody. Yeah, let's get him out of here. He's just a critic. You know, as film critics, I find their treatment of this music critic to be spot on.
Have you guys? So you guys don't know that much about Morton Downey Jr. show, right?
I know that he treated Lloyd Kaufman very poorly.
That's exactly what I was about to bring up. Apparently that wasn't staged, but it seems like it was. Like I said, it's like a fucking wrestling ring.
The problem you have with
Lloyd Kaufman.
I'm sorry. Are we talking Andy or Lloyd?
Lloyd Kaufman of Troma.
Lloyd of Troma.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay. Lloyd Kaufman is on the show. He was sitting on the chair like Ace was. Morton Downey comes out, shakes his hand, and is like friendly, introduces him, talks about what he does, what Troma is, and then immediately at the drop of a hat, like turns on him and is like, "You make filth. Surf Nazis must die," and he just starts, citing all these examples. Which, I mean, again, if you watch the documentary about this, Morton Downey Jr. doesn't give a fuck. Like he is just there to elicit reactions from people.
Yeah.
And have you ever seen Surf Nazis Must Die? It's just a terrible movie.
But anyway, long story short, Lloyd Kaufman was escorted off the set, kicking and screaming.
Yeah. Read the magazines, baby.
We're gonna find out that rock and roll has become even more racist. I want to hear from you, Mr. Z. I want to hear from you, baby. All right, stay with us.
Yeah, you, baby. Yeah, baby. Hey, baby. I just want to note there is kind of a slight out of sync to the video and the audio.
Yeah, there is, but
it's not that bad, but it's noticeable.
I put this on here because I fucking love it. It's a toy pinball machine
for the Fonz.
Yes.
Plenty of fast action. Pretty slick, eh? The Fonz.
It talks.
What was that? Pretty slick, eh?
Yeah.
If my fucking pinball machine said pretty slick, eh, I would light it on fire.
What? Seems a little bit over the top, wouldn't you say?
No, I mean, come on, I don't want it talking to me like that.
Then dressed to kill, the fire, the frenzy, the fantastic rise of the kill.
I want to examine this a little bit. Dressed to kill.
Our 3-record set with an exclusive Kiss history book. The originals. Get yours today.
Could you imagine Kiss murdering someone with those clothes on?
Well, considering the Dress to Kill album was them wearing snappy suits.
Guys. This is Rock Against Drugs.
Say no to drugs. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It skipped the third video for some reason. We have to go back because that was odd. But yeah, next up after this video is Rock Against Drugs, which is a series of ads from the late 80s.
What's this, like the third part of Morton Downey?
Yeah.
All right, let me go. And incidentally,
The sync is pretty good now.
the hottest heavy metal record company in the United States is run by a woman, isn't it? What company is that? You don't know? Megaforce Records. Megaforce Records.
Megaforce Records, yeah!
That's the second time that's happened.
Megaforce Records. I'm actually the name. I'm trying to think what albums were produced on that. I'm looking it up. Megaforce Records.
Did they put out any L7?
Shit. Anthrax, Blue Cheer, Frehley's Comet, Danzig, Manowar, Metallica.
Manowar. Oh my God, Bill Arsenault. Do you know about Manowar?
I've heard of them. I've never actually listened.
It's like Gwar if you remove the self-awareness and all the disgusting parts.
Oh, so they're actually pretty serious about what they're doing?
It's just, well, no, they're over the top and they're cheesy, and I'm sure they know that they're cheesy. But I mean, with Gwar, at least like it's intentional. With Manowar, it's like.
With Manowar, they have a rallying cry. Their fans always chant "Death to False Metal."
Oh, okay. So there's like a sincerity.
Right. The basically, there's some metal that's real and some metal is false. And
oh, okay.
Where does Gwar fit in? I don't know.
Hard to say,
Same reason maybe that our rhythm and blues.
Every time I think of Gwar, I think of the Beavis and Butthead Sega Genesis game. Because they're at the end of it. They Beavis and Butthead have to make their way to a Gwar concert.
Yeah, that's the whole plot of the game.
Yeah.
Which, that was the first time I'd ever heard of Gwar.
Yeah.
It's the same with rap music, I think. Black teenagers are growing up with kids who are also listening to rap music.
At least you're getting white kids doing rap music. You're not getting black kids doing heavy metal. You don't dance to heavy metal.
That was a little racist.
Yeah, well, black kids aren't listening to heavy metal. I don't know about that. There's some.
No. He said they're not playing heavy metal.
Oh well, again, I don't know about that. I mean,
But the way he phrased it was at least they're not playing heavy metal. Like it would be a problem if they did.
Oh, well, yeah.
Or at least that's how I took it. And again, you got to take into consideration that Mort is basically a troll. But
you're right. But still, saying that is kind. And what I'm surprised by is the audience didn't fucking shout his ass down.
It should also be noted this is Jersey.
Oh right, yeah. So they got the attitude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Don John?
Rock and rollers are always blacks, but the fact is that all the blues players in Louisiana that started this stuff are still broke and still living in little shacks.
So I want you to take a look, actually.
Oh, this guy can go fuck himself.
What'd he say?
He's talking about like Louisiana musicians that played the blues are still broke and like there's no merit or something. These guys are talking about like bullshit. Fuck these guys.
So can you see my screen right now? When I'm talking.
Oh no, you did not just pull that up.
This is what Manowar is, in case you've been wondering.
Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see it.
Williams influence.
Nice.
Yeah. That's about right.
So political correctness hadn't really reached the American zeitgeist yet because apparently you could go on TV and say the blacks and not get in trouble.
Well, this was, if I'm not mistaken, this was daytime TV, right?
Yeah, but
I think so.
So no one was paying attention anyway.
People paid attention to this when it, and again, this is all explained in the documentary, but the show started out. You could take it seriously, and then it kind of went off the deep end. It turned into Town Talk from UHF.
Mm-hmm.
Lesbian Nazi hookers abducted by UFOs and forced into weight loss programs.
Yeah, Town Talk was inspired in part by this show.
I always thought it was inspired by Geraldo Rivera.
It was, but this show, if you've seen any of this show, like you can tell, like this, like he trotted out KKK members and all that kind of cartoony shit on this show.
Oh, okay.
School is a good female heavy metal band.
None of them can play. How come? Like How come? I mean, what the hell's going on?
This chick's band is called Cycle Sluts from Hell.
Oh, isn't
that has to be Googled?
Isn't that a Roger Corman movie?
No, but actually, I brought this up to Ken, and I never got a response. It looks like Roger Corman follows us on Twitter.
These are queens.
And I can direct message him because he follows us on Twitter. So just throwing that out there, if you guys ever want to contact Roger Corman for any obscure reason.
Okay, here we go. Cycle Sluts from Hell were an American heavy metal band from the late 1980s to early 1990s. They were only together briefly, but are remembered primarily for their name. And listen to the name of the band members. Lord Roadkill, Queen Vixen, She Fire of Ice, and Honey, 1%er.
Queen Vixen is the girl that's talking to Mort right now, I believe.
Okay.
But actually, I'm not sure. There's another girl from that band that's there. Oh, she's looking like Sherry O'Terry.
Donna
Sherry.
She-Wolf.
That was a Sherry O'Terry reference, ladies and gentlemen.
And I don't even know if this is real, but apparently another past member was Venus Penis Crusher.
Nice.
That's funny. That's a Guar name.
Hi, Dan. How you doing?
Okay, so yes, Rock Against Drugs. I'm pretty sure Ted Nugent did drugs.
Say no to drugs. Yeah, like you got a choice. You got a brain, you got a choice.
Actually, I'm reasonably certain he was clean, at least for a good portion of his life.
Well, then you get a pass, Mr. Nugent. Let's play Find the Hypocrite in this.
Find the Hypocrite.
Yeah.
Well, I bet you anything. A lot of these musicians did this stuff for because they were ordered by the court.
I wouldn't even want to deal with.
Who the fuck is that? Sinead O'Connor?
No, it's Amy Mon.
To me instead of making things happen. But
You know, from the Magnolia soundtrack.
I know. God, I always forget that she was in Till Tuesday.
have a little faith in yourself. Life can
Oh, voices carry.
Okay. Yeah, apparently he's never done drugs.
But he did. He did go to a draft meeting, like for the draft. They were about to draft him for Vietnam, and he shit all over himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got Paul
Supposedly.
Stanley here. Paul Stanley here telling us not to take drugs. Didn't Ted Nugent drink beer?
I don't know about his alcohol.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like I said, he gets a pass.
I guess. I don't know.
This is the Scorpions?
Yeah, this is backstage.
Oh, it's Cinderella.
There's no drugs.
Dude, they're from Philly.
We don't need drugs. We got rock and roll.
I mean, fuck them, because they suck, but they're from Philly.
We don't need drugs. We got rock and roll.
Represent Philadelphia.
What was it that Bill Hicks said about Rock Against Drugs? Something along the lines of, well, I don't want to misquote him, because to misquote a joke is...
What the fuck are we watching?
I have no idea.
This is what happens to your brain on drugs, of course.
Please cut to Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that was just weird and unsettling.
What was that shit?
70s, and now we're into the 80s, and you know what the 80s are at? You know what we're doing in the 80s? Push-ups.
What? You know what we do in the 80s? Push-ups. Yeah, that's what I think about when I think of the 80s. Push-ups.
Point the finger and say not to do drugs. Any
Push-ups. Let's get physical.
I wanted to save you, and I can't.
The Bangles.
Just stay off drugs.
I wanted to save you, but I couldn't.
Oh, God.
It's just another manic Monday.
Easy, bud.
Is that what's playing in the background?
Yeah.
Damn, Gordon.
What the fuck? This is Thomas Dolby. Is it Peter Gabriel?
Watch out. Watch out.
Oh, it's Lou Reed.
I stopped. You shouldn't start.
They should just hard cut to Steven Tyler snorting a rail.
Drugs make me strong.
Wait, what's this shit? This is like something out of Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Drugs make me cool.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God!
Yes, Gene Simmons. It's almost as frightening.
Oh, potential rapist.
Something. How about yourself?
Potential rapist.
That was the best possible reaction you could have ever had.
I guarantee you, he's had many a no means yes conversation. You know what I mean?
Nothing to do with me.
California, that gets you in trouble now. They passed that law.
That's good.
Full potential if you take drugs. And that's why I don't.
Oh, prayer.
Oh, it's still going.
Hi, I'm John Bon Jovi, and I've been given a script to talk to you about drugs, rock and roll, having fun, and good times.
Did he just say he's reading off a script?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of my everyday.
I've been given a script to talk to you about drugs and alcohol and.
Not a paper script, a prescription.
Great show.
Well, thank you.
No. Is this blackface?
Is it gonna pan out and be Ted Danson?
No.
You think you're gonna
Oh, it's Gregory Abbott.
forget about it.
Oh yeah. I think
Now I feel like a racist.
It does look like Soul Man. Did you guys see any of these ads growing up?
No, I think I was too young for these.
Yeah, I think I definitely was.
Yeah, the Rock Against Drugs thing. I don't know if I ever actually saw anything. I vaguely remember people talking about it. So it was a tail end thing for me at the very least.
I remember Rock the Vote. I can remember that, but
I remember Vote or Die.
Hi, my name's Steve Jones. I used to play guitar with a band called the Sex Pistols. A good friend of mine.
They woke him up and rolled his ass out of bed to film this. What was Steve Jones doing in 1988?
apparently fixing up motorcycles.
He's a mechanic now.
Let's see, Steve Jones. What was he doing in 1988?
I could be totally wrong.
All right, actually, it says here that from 1982 to 1985, he was a member of the band Checkered Past.
Way back.
Never heard of him. We have some old school Conan O'Brien back in the 90s.
Being here,
In the beginning of this clip, we saw old Max Weinberg on the drums. I miss that guy.
Actually, get this. Jones also played. He played a session musician with Thin Lizzy, Billy Idol, Joan Jett, Adam Ant, Bob Dylan, Iggy Pop, Megadeth.
Damn. All right.
So yeah, he's been around.
I take back what I said, Steve Jones. I apologize.
I take back what I said.
You were obviously working a lot more than Johnny Rotten.
You went to the one here. It's here in New York. Is that right? New York last weekend. Okay. Well.
So yeah, this is Andy Richter visits.
Oh, hold on. I do have to correct you here. In the 90s, he worked with Insane Clown Posse and Buck Cherry. So I'm gonna go ahead and reverse that. What you just said. Sure, he worked with all those people, but in the 90s he worked with Buck Cherry.
So good old Andy Richter went to visit the KISS convention in 1995.
Do they still do KISS conventions?
No, now they do the KISS cruise.
Oh, okay. Because they got to make people pay thousands of dollars just to do it, right?
Oh my God, Bill, do you know what the KISS cruise is?
Is it what I'm thinking it is?
It is exactly what you think it is. You pay a lot of money to go on a cruise with KISS. They do concerts every night. They have KISS-themed stand-up acts and other, or rather, they hire stand-ups who have like one bit about Kiss, and they force them to do all their whole set about Kiss. No, I don't think they do that. But it's a fucking spectacle. It would seem.
You don't even use it? No, I don't even use it. It's like the mailbox collecting. You gotta collect. I don't know. It's just in the Kiss blood. I don't know.
Blood.
The makeup of these stars.
Oh, by the way, the Kiss Cruise is going on starting October 31st and through November 4th of this year, and it's spelled with a K.
Yeah, I know that.
Cruise.
And everybody wants to be that, man.
Let's see how much it costs.
Tell me when's the first.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, 2 of it.
Pricing and availability.
So you've really committed. You're gonna be laying on your deathbed with the star child on your arm.
Just about, yeah.
So now the members of KISS have been frozen and suspended in time.
Oh, okay. The cheapest tickets that you can get, Deck 4 Interior, you can get a room.
Do you love KISS?
Let's see.
Not like all passengers.
You can get a room for $575 a person.
It's actually not bad.
Yeah, that's not as bad as I thought. Yeah.
On the other hand, you can also, on the opposite end of things, you can go for the owner's suite. That is for $4,000 a person.
But what does that come with? Like, if you just pay the $500 or whatever, do you have to pay to go to the concerts and stuff?
I'm looking into that.
Now
Well, let's see. First of all, the deck is. Well, you're definitely not paying for looks, but okay, what's included? Here we go. The price of a room includes admission to the Indoor Kiss Rock show for double occupancy only. So only 2 people per room, I guess, get to go. Let's see.
1985.
You get to go to the Kiss Island concert.
Or B. Arthur.
Which is acoustic, I guess.
But apparently there's
the Kiss Q&A, Kiss pre-autographed commemorative item.
So, okay, you get to go to all the main shit on the boat.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's I'm actually very surprised.
Okay, here's what is not included.
Okay.
Gratuities, of course, gambling, duh. The spa, you have to pay for the spa.
Wow.
Alcoholic beverages, soft drinks, and bottled water cost money.
Speaking of ICP fans.
Now, how long have you been a KISS
fan? Let's see.
And how long have you been a KISS fan?
It says here, cover charges for the restaurants you choose to go to.
They keep putting stuff out. There's always something, these bands, they come and go.
Oh, okay. So it's actually pretty all-inclusive as far as like the actual things.
Right.
Being, they're
Dude, we should fucking go on a Kiss cruise sometime. We should do an episode from the Kiss cruise.
You got the money?
Not right now, but I didn't mean anytime soon.
Yeah, maybe
like
eventually.
5 years from now.
By the way, it's completely sold out, just so you know.
Yeah, I'm sure you have to get in early. You just said they ship off on Halloween.
Yeah. Which is actually, it makes sense for the Kiss cruise.
Alright, we're starting to run a little.
Yeah, we've got about a minute.
Long. Yep. We got one last video, and it's a fucking weird one. Kiss is always... Kiss has continued on in comic books for some reason.
Okay.
Like, so at some point somebody said, Kiss meets Archie. That's a good idea.
You show us everything you got. You keep on dancing and the rhythm gets hot. You drive us wild.
Okay, Chris will be joining us any moment now, actually.
Okay, well then... Yeah, so apparently there were zombies in Riverdale. Archie meets Kiss. I would like to read that, but I don't want to pay any money for it, so...
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us on this pregame stream. We're going to go ahead and start launching up the main stream, the movie and everything. So we're going to be transitioning. If you don't have the link for that, it's on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/movieboozercom, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. You can find the link. It will be there.
All right.
We will see you shortly for Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park.